Welcome to Health Spice and Live Show. This is Dr. Mario, and I want to give you a really warm welcome to this particular segment of El Cafecito Corner. And as you can see from the title of this particular segment, it's about greens, 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 love my greens. I want to start with a brief story of something that happened to me a few years ago, which will completely blow your mind away. Some friends of mine had actually invited me to go and have some dinner with them at one of the best Italian restaurants in New York City, here in the United States. And I was delighted to say yes to that. They are Italian. So I said, well, it's going to be absolutely incredible. This particular restaurant happened to feature the cuisine of Tuscany. So we go to the restaurant. The night is just going. We were pretty much at it for about 5 hours, dining, 7-course meal, wines. It was simply the best Italian meal I had ever had in my life. And I excused myself and decided to go to the restroom and so on to just finish my night. So I go to the restroom, washing my hands and so on. And here comes this gentleman who happened to be the chef of the restaurant. And he's doing his thing too. We're both washing our hands. And I said to him, you know, I want to thank you, chef, because this meal was simply incredible. I have to say this is perhaps the best Italian meal that I've ever had in my entire life. The 7 courses were simply spectacular. The flavors, the presentation, the creaminess, the pastas were al dente. It simply blew my mind away. And I said to him, is there any way that you can share with me what is the secret? And at that point, he kind of looks at me and just looks a little confused by my question and almost like, I don't know if I really want to be showing, you know, this guy who I don't even know happens to be here in the bathroom what the secret of the Italian cuisine at this high-end restaurant is. And then he says, yes, I will show you. When he said that, I could immediately sense that he had an accent, and we all Latinos have our accent, right? And I said to him, you sound like you speak Spanish. And he said, yes, I do. And I said to him, where are you from? And he said, I'm from Colombia. I said, oh, wow. So here we go. We're in New York City. The chef of one of the top restaurants, Italian restaurants in the city of New York, one of the most famous capitals of food in the world, happens to be Latino. The guy was Colombian. I said, now I'm like, okay, I'm in. I'm going to go and take a look and see what the secret is. So he said, you know, come with me. So we go to the kitchen. Amazing kitchen. The amount of people there working, everything was immaculate. I mean, it was unbelievable how beautiful this place was. And then he quickly makes a jerky movement and turns around. He grabs something, I couldn't see what it was. And then he turns back to me, and guess what? He goes like, whew. This is the secret of the cuisine here at the restaurant. I looked at him in complete disbelief. He was showing me a bottle just like now of adobo Goya. I'm sure that you've seen this before. This is used in so many different countries in this hemisphere. You know, saying Goya and saying adobo is like synonymous with being Latino, right? And I'm sure that many of you may be laughing at this point. And in fact, if you're not watching live, you know, just click on the video later. You'll be able to watch it and just let us know what your reaction was when you saw this. And in fact, if you have not subscribed to the show yet or follow us, start doing that. You can do it on YouTube. You can also do it here on Facebook, either or you can also see us on Instagram. We were both laughing and so on. And I was just completely blown away by the answer. Then he says to me in a very serious voice, please do not tell the secret to anybody. He said, no, I won't say. I said, no, please. You're going to go back to the table with your friends who are Italians. They come here all the time. I don't want them to know that this is a secret of Italian cuisine. So that's the story that leads to this. As a matter of fact, many dishes that we cook, we put things like adobo Goya, or in some cases, you know, we may have the pepper mill at home and we put some of that to just spice it up, give it some flavor, salt and so on. And in Latino cuisine, we love things to have the flavorful nature to the dishes that really makes it vibrant and exciting to us when we go to the restaurants. But today, as you know from the title of this show, it's not really about that kind of seasoning. I'm talking about the greens. I love my greens, or in the Spanish version of the show, which I did earlier, verde que te quiero verde, in honor to Federico Garcia Lorca. So the issue here is, what are we talking about? And the answer is, there is a subset of ingredients that are active ingredients or live ingredients that are called the microgreens. And I'm going to be showing you some of those here in the show today because you can substitute some of those seasonings that I've shown you and perhaps some of the ones that you have at home for these particular ones, and it will completely change your experience of the seasoning. But more importantly, these have nutritional value that is very different from the ones that I just showed you. As a matter of fact, some of these are really rich in potassium, iron, magnesium, zinc, copper, and they have antioxidant properties. So let's start with some of those so you can take a look at them. Look at this beauty over here. And these guys are part of the family of the radishes. And you can see how leafy they are. We love them here in our family. Our kids love them as well. And we actually, when you try some of these, they have a fleshy sort of a texture to them, and then they start releasing this pepperiness and saltiness, almost like a sweet saltiness that is absolutely amazing. Very easy to keep at home. They last anywhere between 7 to 10 days. You can get them at the supermarket, and you can mix them not only with just regular foods to spice them up, you can make smoothies with them, or you can simply just put them in your mouth like I just said, like a little snack. They're absolutely delicious. Let me show you another one, which is going to blow your minds out because of the beauty of the color of it. And you can see how these are kind of like a pinkish purplish color. Also, look how much we've actually consumed of these in the past couple of days. We absolutely love these. And the great thing about them, these are crunchy. They have that pepperiness. You can put this in your dishes, and I guarantee you that is going to change your experience of the flavor and also the seasoning. I want to show you another one. And you can see these guys. They're in the family of the lettuce, and you can see how leafy they are. Some of them have a little purple sort of color to them, and these are also really fleshy. And I love these ones because they release this kind of saltiness first, and then after you go through that, it starts to blossom into this pepperiness, which is amazing. And as you know, it's El Cafecito Corner, so I want to cheers here to the people of Colombia, particularly my friend at the Italian restaurant, with a little bit of Colombian coffee today. So if you haven't had your coffee, a tu salud. That is just right. With a little bit of that pepperiness, the espresso is just tasting incredible. So now I would like to call you out. Wherever you may be right now watching from, if you have not typed any comments, just let me know where you're watching from in this very moment. Let me know what part of the world. Let me see. We have some friends here already speaking. We have Alfonso. I believe this is one of my friends from Puerto Rico. Saludos, Alfonso. So wherever you are, just let us know where you're watching from. Glad to see you here and share your thoughts. But now I'm going to call you to as we're wrapping up the segment, something really important. And I'm going to call your deepest inspiration. And I know that Latinos, we have plenty of that. And I want to see what kind of recipes you can incorporate some of these microgreens. Because what you're going to notice is that some of the things that are not as healthy as some of the seasonings that are in the market can be replaced by these that I have shown you today, and they will impact your experience of health. But ultimately, that will transform the overall experience of health in your family. So if you have children, if you have elderly loved ones, family members, that is something that we want to take care of. And this is a great way, and not a very expensive way, to give that seasoning, to bring something new to your diet that is completely going to change that. So thanks for the comments out there. So as a matter of fact, if you try that, it's going to be interesting to see how that will change, like I said, the experience of health in your family. So I'm going to call you out. Let us know when you see this video, wherever you may be. If let's say you're in Argentina, maybe you're watching from Ecuador right now, maybe you're watching from Spain, España. I would love to see how you use some of these microgreens into your diet, and let us know, if you have not, what was the experience of doing that to your new recipes, how that feels like for you, so that we can share with everybody in the community of health, spice, and life. This is Dr. Mario here at El Cafecito Corner, and I want to say to you, thank you for tuning in. If you have not subscribed yet to the channel in YouTube or are not following us on Facebook, go ahead and do that. And you know what? Think about 3 people in your life right now that you can share this video with. Let them know about this. This is something that may be completely unknown to them, but the benefits are there. And they may come back to you and say, you know what? Thank you so much for sharing that. Alfonso, thanks so much for sharing that video with me, because I tried something new, learned something new. I'm healthier because of it. And guess what? My food tastes a lot better. From my heart to your heart, I'm Dr. Mario saying to you, a tu salud. See you pronto. Ciao.